This video is about how to update your profile and what you can do in the profile area of your record book. So I am going to, this screen will look a little different than what will come up for you. You're going to go, as you can see up here in the address, to theaet.com. And then you'll have an option of some kind to log in. Mine looks a little different because I'm a teacher, but I'm going to be using a student's book so that we can look at it from your perspective. So usually we enter your name like this. Your first, the initial of your first name capitalized, the initial of your second name capitalized, and then everything else small, no spaces in between. All of that matters when you're going to log in. Now, if you have forgotten your password or this just isn't working for you, you can talk to your ag teacher. We can see everyone's basic information in your account and we can help you to reset your password. We don't know your password, we can't see that, but we can reset it for you. So you'll come to this student dashboard when you get into AET, and you can see you have these 4 boxes here and also these 4 tabs. Essentially, they're the same. I'm not really sure why they give you 2 options, but they do. So whether you click on profile up here or in this box, it's going to take you to the same place. And the purpose of the profile is to do everything that's pictured here. You can enter your personal information, and you would need this to register as an FFA member. So we usually have you do this as a class at the beginning of the semester. This is where you just put in like your parents' names, your emails, your address, and so on. You should have recorded at that same time which class you're taking. And I'm not going to show you this personal part because this belongs to an actual student, but I can show you the class schedule part. And so, for example, this student chose intro level floral design for this year, right at the beginning of this year. But let's say that you haven't done this or you need to add a class for a different year. So if he were to go in and add a class, he's going to have all these options based on what was offered that year. And you can go back in time. And so if you started school at Ponderosa in an earlier year, you can open that up and it'll show you all the teachers and what was offered, and you're going to add in the class you took. So let's say this year, our sample student decided to also take ag leadership. Maybe that was added in second semester. So you can go in and you just click add, and there it is. And this is what essentially tells the book when to start, when you were a student, and when you should have had an SAE project. So that's pretty simple. Just add your class if you have not done so. There is an option to create a resume in your AET record book, and your teacher may ask you to do that at some point. Basically, you're filling in information about FFA and then maybe other things you've done, and it'll spit out a resume for you. So kind of a neat tool. This part is to test your knowledge, and we usually are only using this right now to test your parliamentary procedure knowledge when you get your state degree. So if you're working on your state degree, your teacher can help you with this part. Otherwise, I wouldn't worry about that. And then this will take you, Project Experience Manager takes you into whatever projects you have, okay? And you can see what you still need to do. More on that later. Enter your FFA offices. And so whether you were a green hand officer or a chapter officer or at any other level, you would just come up here to add new office. And then it's going to bring up another page and it's going to ask you, select office. So let's say that you were the president. Level. See, there is a green hand level or chapter or so on. So let's say you were the green hand president. And of course, you can pick the year that was true for you. We'll go back a ways. This happens in the fall. So we'll put this somewhere in the fall. Ooh. All the way back in 2019. That's probably where we want to go. Let's say October 1st of 2019. And then when it ended, It would have ended in May of that year. And you just click Add New Office. So if you have been an officer, be sure that you get that information in there. Enter your FFA committee memberships. So this is something our students often do not do, but it is required for some of our higher awards. And so National FFA has all these areas in which we would have committees. We don't necessarily do this formally within our chapter. However, we can make it work for us. And so, for example, let's say you do a fundraiser. We're going to call that economic development. If you help improve the school farm through school farm work days, maybe you're going to put that under environmental. Okay. If you're on a committee to go out and recruit 8th graders, you could put that under agricultural advocacy or agricultural literacy or chapter recruitment. All those would work. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do the drive-through barbecue because lots of our students are involved in that in some way. And I'm going to put that under economic development. Starting date, we had one this fall. I'd have to look back at the calendar, but I'm going to put 11 of 2021. Let me see if it'll let me do that. Nope. Have to put a date. So I'll put 11/01/2021. Okay, add new, and then here is my committee up here. So it's as simple as that. All right. And then you can go in and do another one if you want to. So it's just this idea that there are committees and there are committees at work, even if we don't always call it a committee. If you've done something that took a group of FFA members working together to achieve, then go ahead and put one of those in as an FFA committee. Okay, so that's about all that you have to do right now in your profile. As I said, I did not go into the gears here and make sure that all that information was complete. Please do that on yours. I just can't show you that on this student one. All right, thank you.